Greetings, Crawford Ashley, the spiritual boxer. And again, this is a different one. This is another one about what I'm learning at Northern College. I've got to give them big respect because it's opened a reflection upon, we did a molecule on, what is it, role models. And what is a role model? And how do you pick role models? And when the question first came up, figuring out what a role model was, and I've had quite a few role models, and for me, one of my role models was Muhammad Ali, right at the top of what he does, a global megastar. And another one was a walker I had in Kingston when I met a Rastaman, an old Rastaman. The lowest of the lows back in them times. I was 18 and I was with my uncle, but he had such a profound effect on my life. Just in a 10-minute conversation. And the one thing I come away with from that conversation was there's many paths to one end. So if you're lost, it don't make no difference which path you take, just take one, because you'll always be lost if you stay where you are. But you might find something, and you can always take a different path. It's simple, and I write like that. And I also liked the way Muhammad Ali was, and how he carried himself, in that his opinion matters. No matter what anybody says, he's going to live by his truth and look for his truth. And that's all you can do, is look for your own truth and live your truth. And watching him, watching how the media tried to portray him, especially when he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, they were all saying he was racist. And one of the things my dad said to me, he said, "Gary, man, look who him trainer be." And his trainer was Angelo Dundee, a white Jewish guy. Muhammad Ali is a black Muslim. Where's the racism? You know, he still stayed his trainer, one of the people you have to trust more than anything else. So it's like, it's okay to be you. And when you look at most of these so-called role models, they are themselves. And I think what I found with what I was talking about before, I became very defiant. And I am still very defiant of a lot of things, because I'm living my truth. I'm finding out what is true for me. And it's like, somebody says, oh, my dad said to me, "Do I believe in God?" I said, "No, I know there's a God. I don't believe in anything, I want to know. You know, as far as I'm concerned, everything's true and everything's a lie until I actually experience it and know the truth. You can feel the truth. It's something that's just, I don't know, it vibrates differently. And I feel lies, and it's something I've known all my life when something isn't right. And I can't go with something that's not right. And like the question I like asking people is, do I have to do what you're telling me to do when I know what you're telling me is wrong? It might be right for you, but it's wrong for me. And it's just that simple. And I think if a lot of people woke up to that. Another thing I found out about being yourself, a lot of people are going to hate you because you won't conform. But also there's going to be a lot of people who are going to love you because you won't conform. You know, even though they do, they wish they could not conform. And the ones who hate you wish they could do what you do. And the simple fact is like I say to all my children, just be the best you can be. Don't be anything else, just be you. Find out who you are and be that. You know, because you're going to surprise yourself, because you'll realize you actually like yourself when you find out who you are. And don't let other people put you off finding out who you are. You know, one of the things I've seen now that's going on in the world is when people are being themselves, they're helping other people to become. They do things that need doing. They don't sit around and want somebody else to do it because they know what's right. It's just that simple. Anyway, I hope you like this. I'd like you to leave some comments, but this is, like I'm saying, Northern College is going through that barrier of getting into education. It's opened my mind up in a completely different way. Looking back on my life, why did I choose these people? Because it's okay to be defiant. It's okay to be you. They're the role models I'm looking for. People who are living right. People are doing the right thing. You know? Go by your feelings, your gut intuition, because with this, there's too many distractions and people can't just sit with themselves or be by themselves. And I think I was lucky because I've spent a lot of time by myself, travel by myself, just be by myself, because then you find out who you are and it ingrains more of what you are. One love. That's all. Tolerance of other people's views and opinions, but stick by your own and just be right. Your opinion matters, but it only matters to you. Remember that. So people's opinion only matter to them. They don't have to matter to you. Like I said, one love. I'm chilling out, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.